This was the opening scene of Pilgrim's Progress 1970. The first of 7,500 people were arriving at a small farm 70 miles north of Sydney for Australia's answer to Woodstock, the Ourimbah pilgrimage for pop. The police in their colourful blue uniforms were there to handle the crowds. The cowboys and their horses were there to collect the tickets and generally pretended they were at a giant roundup. GTK was there with its cameras to record the performances. You've never seen so many amplifiers making so much noise for so many people, but unfortunately we had to wait a while for the first performances. Owing to misunderstandings, a number of groups failed to make their scheduled appearances in the afternoon, so people bought beads and hats, looked at other people, got suntans, went swimming or went home. John and Yoko failed to turn up, but we heard from Richie York instead.
John and Yoko couldn't come because they're tied up with a lot of personal things at the moment. But they're going to be back later in the year, I think. So let's hope. But we really only have one message for you all, and that is the message that John and Yoko have been telling everybody lately, and that is, war is over if you want it.
Late in the afternoon, the crowd started to get its money's worth. They had paid $5 each to be at the festival and were determined to dance to anything. Most of the dancing was done by the same people almost continuously. Adrian Rawlins, compere of the show, kept moving for nearly 36 hours. The weather was superb and most of the crowd turned out to be sun worshippers. There were more bikinis at Ourimbah than there were at Bondi, but in spite of the newspaper reports, there was very little nudity. Saturday night was everything the festival had promised. The lights could be seen miles away from the Pacific Highway, the music ricocheted off the hills, and the crowd went wild. Wendy Saddington sang with the Chain and turned on an incredible performance. The other big hit of the night was Hans Poulsen, who had only gone to watch the festival but ended up on stage. Sunday morning. This was when you could tell the Boy Scouts from the Bohemians. The ones who remembered their scouting had come prepared with tents, sleeping bags, and even food. The others had bought nothing and walked around all night to keep their circulation going, or tried to find someone with a spare blanket. There wasn't really a sunrise, just a grey sky when the music started at 6 o'clock. Those people who had been sleeping started to wake up, and the others started to yawn. The best dancing of the festival started at 6:30 a.m. and kept going all day. By 10 o'clock, the sun was shining the way it does in travel posters. All the groups had arrived, and the music went on till 4 o'clock. The festival proved an enormous success, and the organisers say there's no doubt there will soon be some more, almost certainly with top-line overseas groups. This was Ourimbah 1970. You should have been there.